Welcome back, everybody. We just gotta do a little bit of a mic check here. Again, we have this new software that we're using. We have 8 days left. Just trying to figure some stuff out. But can I get a round of applause? Can you guys hear everybody applauding? Did you guys hear that? Did everybody hear that? We have. Please let me know if you guys heard that. Was it too low? Was good? Yeah, we got a big crowd today. There's about 30 people on my house watching this live stream. And nerve-wracking, never really live streamed in front of so many people in real life. So we gotta expect the unexpected. All right, everybody, calm down, calm down. All right, let's take a look. Okay, folks, we're gonna do a quick live stream here. The markets right now, you guys are looking at it. It's looking... It's in the green, so obviously it's looking good. Give me 1 second. It says the stream's current bit rate is lower than recommended. Let me know if the stream messes up at any time, okay? Because I'm getting some warning messages on YouTube saying it's not looking too good. But here we go. Right now, it's tough, because when you zoom out and when you look at the weekly for XRP, I feel like it has a little bit more to go. However, this weekend, this weekly candle is going to be a very important one for us to keep an eye on. Because if we could manage to close this in the green, which would be XRP above $1.97, and that would also account for every other digital asset out there as well. So meaning if we take a look at Bitcoin, again, the markets are moving in favor of Bitcoin right now. And if we take a look at the weekly chart for Bitcoin, it's already trying to print a weekly green candle because now we have about less than 36, just over 36 hours left for this weekly candle. So this weekend is going to be rough. And when we take a look at the value, the charts for XRP, the 4-hour is gonna see a move. But let's see if this move gets rejected again just below $2. And then we'll go again and have another test under just 220, 217. Okay, so that's what we're going to keep an eye out for. And these wicks do play a factor as well. So in the moment, it could have a little dead cat bounce leading up into the weekend and then right back down. But proceed with caution. As you guys know, I opened up an XRP trade right here. It's up 4%, nothing dramatic. We are positioning ourselves for generational bottom. We're using 2 leverage here, and we have managed to utilize, where's my margin here? I'm not sure why it's not showing, but just $1,000 in margin to open this trade. And, oh yeah, right here, folks. No, $2,000 trade, 2x margin, and the liquidation price is 93 cents for XRP. And like for that to happen, in my opinion, would be drastic. Ladies and gentlemen, can we go ahead and take that like button up? I'm going to come read the chat in a moment. I'm just kind of dialed in right now into these charts. So in order for me to completely lose this position, 94 cents for XRP has to be something chaotic. And honestly, I don't even want to wish for anything like that to happen because I don't even know what would push XRP down to 94 cents. But there is so much support when we take a look at the weekly candles. Again, let's just zoom out and take a look at when XRP actually started to move, right? So if XRP, this is when XRP started to move. It went from 57 cents in a week to $1.27, okay? And then, so right here is very important. This is solid, okay? These are weekly candles. So this is very important. Let me go ahead and get my brush here. Let me zoom out. Okay, right here. Okay, get back here. These each account for 1 week, and we are here right now. So in order for XRP to actually close the weekly here around $1.30 and then continue down lower with no buy pressure would shock me for it to go down this slow. Okay, there's going to be major buys around these levels, and for something like I said, let me know what the catalyst do you think is going to be for XRP to come back down to 94 cents. But we are at a very crucial time. Okay, very, very crucial time. And we also have a trade open on Bitunix as well. This is also a $1,000 margin trade with 2 leverage. Liquidation price 95 cents, meaning everything that we have on our margin wiped out. However, the outcome that I am aiming for is if we could catch a slingshot for XRP for this to even, $5. Okay, we all know XRP is going to hit $5. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And it could happen this year. Again, don't count anything out. With this $1,000 margin with 2x, that's a $3,300 ROI. And even if we could hold this until $9 and take no profit, that is $7,600. Okay. Again, we got to see how this weekend pans out, but this weekend is going to be very important, and I will be glued, and I will try my best to live stream every single time I'm on here looking for positions. But yeah, that's where the markets stand right now. It is very, very crucial. This weekend's going to be very exciting. I can tell you that. This weekend is going to be exciting. What do you guys think we're going to see? You think it's going to be bad? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Okay, well, I just talked for 15 minutes or 10 minutes. My mouth is so dry. 50 cent inbound? No. If we see 50 cent inbound, I will do live surgery and donate my kidneys. Yeah. I will do a live surgery donating my kidneys to accumulate XRP. But I do not believe we are going to see a 50 cent XRP. Aliens would. I missed the maybe first part to that. Only 50 cents, damn, still in the green, can't DCA. HODL, I don't think it will get close to $1, but could get pretty low. Yeah, I mean, we just got to see exactly how it goes. But these trades, as if you guys are new to this channel or this stream, this trade for BNB has been opened for now approximately 6 months now. We are on the goal. Our goal is to catch generational bottoms where we don't have to close our trades for a very long time. For example, Crypto and Carl from the Moon, they have a trade open pretty much from like 3 years ago, still on Bitcoin. I believe one of the entries is like $21,000 for Bitcoin. But many coins like Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Avalanche are going to be going crazy, okay? And I'm going to be opening up many trades here. If you guys want to take advantage of the deposit bonuses for 2bit and Bitunix, the link is in the description down below. If you're a new user to 2bit, all you got to do is deposit $10 USDT for you to get a free $50 USD bonus for you to completely trade with in futures. With a $10 deposit, and Bitunix has crazy deposit bonuses as well. Check the link out in the description down below. But like I said, the weekly is not looking good for XRP. In the medium term, it could try to bounce up, but the $2 level, we need to pierce through it. The $2.17, the $2.20 levels, we need to blow out and leave those levels and create new levels at those levels. I don't know how many times I just said at levels, but can we get a clap for levels? Those levels. Okay. But yeah, this weekend's going to be bad. In a good, it could be good, it could be bad. Okay, as you guys have been following these markets, the manipulation is beyond me. I don't even know how they let this go. It's just incredible, some of these ups and downs. Like for over here, you're getting $1. XRP went from $1.90 to almost $2 in a matter of an hour, and then came right back down. And how is Bitcoin looking right now? Let's take a look. Who does your music? We have our art director for Salute that does it. If you go on the Salute Twitter page, you will see him. Actually, why don't I take you guys there right now? Salute right here. And then you have, this is our art director right here. He's a complete animal. He's a complete animal. Can we get a clap? Can we get a clap? If you guys are just joining us, this is the first time time I'm doing a live stream in front of a live audience. There's 30,000. There is 30 people at my house right now. We are doing this live stream, and yeah, people are loving it. How do you guys like it? Is it good? We got an open bar. People are going absolutely crazy because the price of XRP is, you know, going in the green. So it is Friday night, so everybody wants to see a little bit of green and a little bit of Hennessy. All right, someone is a little bit rowdy back there. We got to get him out. Yeah, no, absolutely. So let's see. There is really not much to. I just want to give that. I want to give you guys an update on the trades that I have open right now. Very safe trades, nothing crazy. I've been opening up a lot of crazy trades, and I still will continue to with low margin just to catch some of these bottoms and then quickly scale out. But right now, whatever you do, like this 15-minute chart does not look good to me. XRP, in my opinion, is going to breach back down and test the dollar, 87, those levels. And like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, very important because we are about to, what the heck just happened? Okay, there we go. We are about to just close a weekly candle for XRP. These are very important because if this weekly candle closes, that means XRP would have been going down pretty much. I'm not going to count this green candle because we completely got blue balled there. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, over 1 month and 1 month and a week, we would be in the green. I mean, in the red. Like, that is not good. That is not good, and that is definitely not what we want. Yeah, I don't. You guys see Ecamm on your screen, right? Yeah, Ecamm Live. Once I pay for this service, this is a service that I'm using, Ecamm Live, but I'm not even kidding you. When I see that on my screen, I feel like I'm an OnlyFans girl, and like I'm sponsored by Ecamm Live. And like I'm about to tell you there's somebody, 1 kilometer away from your house. That's But anyways, what's too loud? What's too loud? Okay, anyways, let's check out on the crowd. If you guys are just joining us, this is the first time we're doing a live stream with 30 people at my house right now. It is a complete crazy crazy stuff going on here. So we're celebrating XRP's green candle in the 5-minute time frame right now. Red. But like I said, if you're looking to get into a trade, just watch the charts this weekend. You have to be glued to it, or you put limit orders, okay? For example, I'm actually going to put a limit order for this XRP trade right now. I'm going to keep my leverage the same 2x. I'm going to keep this isolated. And right now, my current margin for this position is $2,173. And I'm going to limit order in. My entry is $1. Let's see, $1.87 is my entry. So ideally, I want to go in lower. And I could have last night at $1.77, but I just wasn't able to. That's what you mean. That's what I mean by you got to be glued to this. But I'm not going to guarantee, of course, that's going to come back to these levels exactly. But my ideal entry, if I'm not going to be, near my devices, I would put a limit order. This is a 4-hour candle. Here's the thing. We're going to see a move like tonight, most likely, in terms of it's going to test these levels, in my opinion. That is just my opinion. Regardless of what happens this weekend, we are going to see XRP test $2 again. Okay? We're going to either see it fail and come back down, or we're going to see it keep going, test the 217, flirt with 220, and then completely come back down, or stay steady and then open up next week's green candle. Next week's green candle could open up in the red, but could finish off in the green. So for example, like this, I hate when I do this. This candle could finish in the green, right? So it'll close in the green, and the next one could start in the red, but it'll just bounce right back up. So we got to see how that pans out. But it's very important to keep a close eye on the charts this week, because this week is very crucial. This week is very crucial because after next week's green candle, red or green candle, I don't know how next week is going to finish. But it's very important going into 2026. You could just see, like, look at previous history. Like, when was the last time we saw this many weekly red candles for XRP, right? We saw 3 weekly candles, green candles. 4 weeks in a row, XRP was in the green. You guys were all happy. Remember those times? I know you guys remember them. You guys woke up every single day. You guys went into work, and you guys were probably like, hey, watch the way you speak to me, okay? Because guess what? My days are numbered here. And then now we're back at $1.90, and now everyone's just like, back at it again. But if you thought these green candles were girthy and like, cool, wait until you see the real green candles that are actually being pushed with real utility and real usage within the financial ecosystem. Yeah. Thank you. Everybody, thank you. No, that's exactly how it's going to end up. But yeah, I just want to try this out. Give me 1 second. What is this? That is never going to use that again. What's this? I don't even know what these are. And I just want to test this. I know this one. Yeah, there's not much. But anyways, how long have we had this going? Let's go take a look at the chat. Why is the chat turning into a sermon? Give me 1 second here. This is good. Okay, excellent. Big crash incoming. Set for low limit orders if you can. Yeah, I would set for limit orders if you guys can, but just understand this. If you're setting up limit orders, just don't be upset if it never fills. I'm not saying that to like scare you. Like I've set up limit orders where it would go the opposite way, and then after it goes the opposite way, a week or two later, it comes back to my limit order, but I don't have it set because I'm already entered, like I feared in and I entered the market again. But set, for example, if you have like, $2,000 and you want to go spot, you don't want to trade, you just want to accumulate XRP, just put a limit order, and you can put limit orders like also on Tubit as well. You could do spot trading on Tubit, but you could just put, a limit order for $1.80, a limit order for $1.85, a limit order for $1.75, and a limit order for $1.70. So that's $800 right there divvied up, and then you still have a little bit more if you want to catch the potential bottom. Catching the potential bottom is going to be absolutely impossible for you unless you put a perfect entry limit order and it fills. Somehow the system does not glitch, okay? Because if you guys recall 1010, this wick, right, from XRP in a week went from $3 to $1.22, okay? But this happened in the span of probably 3 hours when XRP did go from like 250 to a $1.20. Nobody got caught entries at $1.20, okay? Nobody. And if you did, congratulations. But I don't know anybody that got a solid bag of XRP at $1.20 and now they're happy. Auto-tune episode. Yeah, I'm going to sound like T.I. Okay, let's get back into the chat here because we're going to end this off shortly. I don't know how long this live's been going on for. But folks, if you guys haven't taken advantage of Tubit's welcome deposit bonus for new individuals, all you got to do is just sign up with the link in the description down below, deposit 10 USDT, and you got $50 that you could be trading with. And any profits you make, you can withdraw or spot trade it to something else. But they also do have power-ups here. For example, if you're a new user and you deposit 3,000 or 1,000, you do get solid trial funds that you could be trading with, and potentially even setting up these small leverage trades. But keep an eye on for this weekend. Okay, this weekend is going to be very, very important, and I'm also going to host lives as much as possible this weekend. I'm aiming for probably the evening, or actually the weekend. It probably makes more sense if we do it, midday or in the morning, because everyone's, available more so. And we would do evening streams during the weekdays around 6 p.m., 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and see what goes best and what works with everybody. I got screwed on MEXC. Yeah, I've never used them. Yeah, 2-bit, the link is in the description down below. There is levels to the KYC. Canadian. Okay, if you guys are all joining us, late today, we just gave a little update on what's going on with XRP. I'm going to go over this very briefly in a span of 30 seconds. You're looking at the XRP weekly chart right now. Every candle represents a week. And right now, if we are going to close this weekly candle in the red, it's not going to be looking too good, okay? Technically, we've had 5 weeks of consecutive green, red candles in a week. I'm not going to count this as green. It was honestly absolutely a red candle, give or take. But it came right back down here. And this week, let's pray and hope that we can close XRP above $2. And then after we do that, next week could start off again in the green, in the red. But it's very important. This end of Q4 is going to be legendary going to the new year. Just remember, in a matter of 4 weeks, XRP did this with zero use case. Like, understand that right now the XRP turnover rate is useless. It's like dormant. It's not even being utilized at any sort of scale on institutional level or even large scale retail level. And they haven't even achieved what they actually want to do, and that is unlocking friction across the entire industry. And that is going from corridor to corridor. So which is still more to come. But the whole, very important weekend. Very, very important weekend. And we also have 30 people for the first time ever, 30 people at my house live, watching my live stream. So I just want to say, individuals watching us from your car or from your house or from your toilet. Stop the clapping, please. Everybody stop the clapping. All right, anybody's birthday? Anybody's birthday today? Are the 4-year cycles over now? Yes, 100%. I don't know, maybe other assets might have a 4-year cycle, whatever, but 4-year cycles, it does not exist when you talk about utility assets, because utility assets are going to grow with the network. The more value that comes on chain, the more tokenization, like I said, again, it always comes down to value. The more value comes on chain, the more bigger and stronger these protocols are going to be. That's honestly what it is. There is no cycle. It's just it's like the debt cycle. Okay, understand, if you want to put things into perspective, it is like the debt cycle that is just going to keep on going up, but with real use case and real value being added onto the protocol. Okay, what the debt cycle just keeps on adding debt, and it's so crazy that we're brainwashed into this. And you do understand too that nobody even knew that 99% of Americans probably didn't even know that America was in debt until maybe just before COVID-19 they figured it out. Too loud sounds. Which one's sound? Which loud? Is it me or is it this? Oh, that was the wrong one. I'm not from Long Island. Say yes today for us. Germany in the house. Yeah, these prices are amazing. It doesn't even matter. Like I said, when we go to $10, you guys are going to be very chilled and relaxed because you guys know what's going to happen. So mentally, you're not even really, you're prepared for it, but the excitement and everything behind it, you're going to be like, okay, cool, it's $10. And I take blame for that because you guys are so well versed in XRP and understand it. When these levels do get achieved, it's just like, again, whatever. It was already kind of envisioned and planned for. But let's go back to the chat. No one has Oh, the sound effects are loud. Let me see. Let me see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if it's loud. I really don't know if but it's no one's birthday today because I'm trying to like oh, what just happened? Okay. Oh, what's going on? Why can't I click this? Okay, I'm so sorry. Cuz I'm trying to use this. Whose birthday? We have open bar at the house. All right, guys. The crowd in here they're getting reckless here. They're getting reckless. Or your mic is too low. Utility, if you know sound effects should be loud. No, we don't look like the characters in South Park. 14. We got somebody with a 14-year anniversary, but that's all they said. 14-year anniversary. We're celebrating a 14-year anniversary. Yes, we will keep those outro videos on. We're gonna wrap this up shortly, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and hit that smash, hit that, hit that little like button down there. Yeah. We got John and Shannon Jennings 5524 with the 14-year anniversary and the never-ending name. Got a little bit keyboard happy there. Yeah, the dip is crazy. I actually did play an MLG. We had it was a 2v2. I did actually play Call of Duty. 2v2 search and destroy and Wasteland. I saw there's some parts I'll never forget. Wasteland. We had the ACR. Yeah, it was the ACR with the silencer with the red tiger. Oh man, yeah. I mean, what do you guys know about Call of Duty? And you guys are clapping. Come on, come on. Bunch of morons in my house. You guys are almost done, anyways. How long is this? 30 minutes. You guys got to hit the door. This is the last time I'm doing a real in-house live stream. How did Jay Clavier bet would rise before end of year? I think we talked about this before, but I don't know why we do this. I don't know why we put significant price targets with bets with timelines because it makes absolutely no sense. It's in my opinion embarrassing because if I did stuff like that, I just wouldn't understand myself, if that makes sense. I just wouldn't understand why I'm doing that because it just logically doesn't make sense. Like something drastic has to happen. I can't even give you that. I can't even give you what drastic could happen. I have no water here. But what time is it? How long have we been going on the stream? It doesn't tell me here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check. I am going to check. If you guys are just joining us, we're just giving an update on XRP. The 4-week, not the 4-week, but the weekly candle isn't looking great, but this weekend is going to be very important to see if we could get a weekly green candle on XRP, and if we don't, it may not look too good, but the lowest I see XRP potentially coming and even potentially holding for a little bit. Again, nobody wants to see these levels, but again, it was something like this needs to be real bad, real heavy for it to come down to $1.20 and even stay there for a couple of maybe 5-10 minutes. Like the bounce will be crazy. Okay, the bounce will be crazy. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Let's take a look at the entire market cap for crypto before we do that. And let's see where we stand. Bitcoin 87, BNB 857, and I'll never forget, I'm just gonna have to live with it, just like how people are gonna have to live with watching XRP go from $1.90 to $100. Never forget BNB under $1, never bought it. Just over a little bit over $1, never bought it. $2, never bought it. $3, I thought it was too expensive, and now it's at $857 and peaked at $1,130. And that is something that I told myself. Remember, like, I do things with an intention. I missed out on BNB, but I know the next moves for BNB, the monumental generational bottoms, are being created right now, and that's why we have this BNB trade open for almost 6 months now. Okay, and like, we take profits. I tell everybody to take profits when you're in trades. We've taken almost $7,500 in profits for this 6-month trade, and even this night trade that we opened, give or take a week ago, we took $550 in profit, and we're just letting the rest of it ride. Okay. Take advantage of the deposit bonuses for new individuals. If you deposit $10,000, you get a $50 deposit bonus for 2bit if you're new users, with the link below. And Bitunix as well has some significant trial funds as well with deposits. So I utilize both because it only allows you to open one XRP trade on each platform. So this is going to be great. I mean, I'm going to document every single trade that we're opening here. Okay, so you guys are going to all see it, and we're all going to do this. We're all going to do this together here. I'm going to document this generational bottom and see it when we catch it. I'm really eager to see when this massive candle is going to be, when this massive candle is going to come. Because remember, like I said, we saw XRP see 4 consecutive green candles, right? When it went from, well, actually technically 5. It went from 50 cents to $2.92 in a matter of 4 weeks. However, we are going to see XRP do what it did here, but with much, much, much larger candles. And when that happens, folks, I know our lives are going to be crazy. And I cannot wait. And you guys better, when XRP goes $7 and $10, hey, listen, you better take a couple days off, okay? A couple sick days, maybe a week off, maybe just disappear for a little bit and be like, okay, what's up? But like I said, $10, $15, and I've told you guys in my videos that sometimes I just get like overwhelmed with thinking, and I just lose my train of thought. I like this thing like could go so crazy numbers. And I know documenting it for years, and you guys have been following for years, and even seeing at these levels. Remember when we used to say, you know, it was handsomely chilling at 50 cents. Now it's handsomely chilling at $2. It's going to be handsomely chilling at $10, $20, $30. And I got to make a video about this as well in terms of when XRP does go to the $50 level, the $60 level, the $80 level, the $100 level. It's never coming back down, as you guys, majority of you guys know that. Many of you guys that tune in for the live streams that stick around, you guys already know. Like, when the value of XRP goes up, the volatility is going to completely die. You might see a spread between, $100 to $120 XRP, but that is that's still volatile when you're talking about doing payments at scale. But there's going to come to a point like the hot, if you really think about it, as you guys know, like, the higher the value for XRP, the more better for its transactions. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for the XRP holders, as many of individuals don't understand it. That's why they don't see it yet. And it's something that really cannot be turned away from, because there isn't another asset like XRP that meets all the characteristics as a neutral settlement asset. We already know Ethereum and Bitcoin are not the one, and that is a fact. It is indisputable. If you try to dispute it, then no. Like, there's absolutely no reason, no chance anybody could dispute that. Yeah, I remember when you said that 50 cents. What was it, the handsomely trading part? Fire sale. Yeah, it is a fire sale. And you know, it's sad to say that I know some of you guys just hate this. Like I know when the markets go the other way, maybe for the some new individuals, I know some of you guys like genuinely hate this and you guys let it affect your day. But don't let that affect your day. Like don't let the markets affect your day. Don't let short-term gratification ruin your future outlook. Short-term gratification is like one of the worst things that you could do for yourself. So don't do that stuff. Don't do that stuff. Why is everybody in the house quiet? You guys paid tickets to watch here. Everybody stand up. Come on. They're gonna hype me up. I'm doing all the talking with the chat, and you guys are just sitting there staring at me. Any more birthdays? Any more birthdays going on today? No birthdays, no celebrations. I'm finalizing the final details for the yacht party. The yacht party is going to happen in not Miami. It's going to happen in Panama City. So I'm trying to finalize every single thing with the group that we have right now, and we may open up a couple spots, but I cannot guarantee it. But if we do open up a couple spots, I will notify everybody on YouTube. But it is confirmed that the yacht event is going to be in Panama City, not in USA, Panama City, but Panama City. It will be at. So okay, no birthdays. What's up with the pink glove here? Is that Epstein's glove? That black one that I saw? My goodness, what was that? You guys saw what I'm talking about. Epstein, some of the photos leaked, and I didn't even know a glove like that existed. That was my first time seeing it. I couldn't believe my eyes. I mean, I couldn't believe my eyes why I didn't invent that and sell that. Because I mean, I'm sure I've never even seen that anywhere, not even as like a meme or anything. We got more pink gloves in the house. Pink gloves in the house. Oh no, what's this? Am I still live? Testing. Yep, we're here live. Okay, so we have no more birthdays. 138 people, no birthdays. What a shame. What a shame. I guess I got to use this for no reason. $1.91. $1.91. Okay, folks, we're going to wrap this up. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I'm going to be watching most likely tonight the Jake Paul fight. I never watch fights. I never watch any of this stuff. And I don't care what happens here, but I genuinely think if Jake Paul wins, it's rigged. It is 100% rigged. If Jake Paul wins tonight, it is 100% rigged. And let's see how that goes. When will we see the next leg up? The next leg up. Yeah, exactly. If Jake Paul wins, boxing is 100% dead. This is XRP on the 5-minute chart. The next leg up, honestly, it's hard to tell right now because the market is so manipulated and so dry in volume that it is just so hard to predict. So here's the thing. In reality, when you see a massive 4-hour candle go from $1.92 to $1.79, and then when you see it retrace like this for the next, 24 hours, if this thing gets rejected here at 193 and comes back down to these levels again, we're screwed in terms of this is coming back down lower than $1.77. Okay, so if XRP gets rejected around these levels, okay, 198, $2, or even like I would get extremely annoyed if XRP were to get rejected, like right here, and then started coming down again. That would piss me off. Yeah. What do you guys think I should do in the crowd? You guys think I should just go over to Ripple and knock their door in? Yeah. So you guys heard the loud crowd here. We're gonna I'm gonna go to Ripple. I'm gonna knock that door and I'm gonna say, what the heck's going on? So we'll see how that works out. But honestly, like all jokes aside, I generally don't know. The next leg up, within the next 4 weeks, we're seeing a move. And in my opinion, that should be new all-time highs. Like they're telling you, it's not even me telling you. Don't say I'm making stuff out of thin air. They're telling you that they're about to pass all these legislations and start incorporating the technology slowly. Okay, so it's just a matter of how fast do they move after they pass the regulation. And that's what we got to do. We're just the rats here watching from the sidelines that have accumulated an asset for the first time in history before institutions have. Okay, so we're just on the sidelines. Just keep your assets safe, please, and stay alive to enjoy your wealth. That's it. That's your only objective, and to accumulate as much as you can. I have no idea if he's a psyop. I don't think so. I met these guys in 2017, like face to face. At the time, they felt like genuine people. Like just real people, just like content creators, just doing their own thing. Man, which I'm so sorry if the volumes are high, if the noise are wrong. Unmasking at the Jake Paul versus 24-hour. Yeah, I would meet the characteristics to fight Jake Paul. I wouldn't be scared to fight him at all. Not at all. Would I get my ass whooped? I don't think so. It would be a good fight. It would be a good fight. But I'm not going to come here. I'm going to say I'm going to whoop his ass when I don't have any boxing experience. So I'm not one of those guys. Like, I'll fight. Oh, I'll fight. Okay? Like, but I'm saying, like, I'm not going to come out here and, like, say, oh, I'm better than this boxer, which I've never boxed besides fighting on ice. Lots of hockey fights. The best. Okay, folks, we're gonna wrap this up. Appreciate every single one of you guys joining us today on this Friday evening. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Like I said, if you guys are new, take advantage of 2Bit and Bitunix's deposit bonus. For 2Bit to have an exclusive new users $10 USDT deposit. You get a $50 deposit bonus deposit alongside of that. Give it up to 48 hours. And if you want to take up advantage of their power up, if you deposit, for example, $10,000, you get a $2,000 trial fund within 48 hours, and you just don't even utilize your 10,000. Utilize the trial fund and just learn how these trades go. And any profits you make, it's straight yours. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful weekend, and I'm gonna try to host a live tomorrow to give you guys an update. Like I said, this weekend is very important for crypto. So, yeah, I do apologize. We started this. It was supposed to be a 30-minute stream. We covered the short-term targets for XRP. If you guys are just joining us, quick update. This weekly candle, I'm hoping we close in the green for XRP. Okay, right now it is in the red, and hopefully we maintain some sort of support. But the worst case scenario is XRP comes down to $1, but it will not last. Like, this is weekly candles we're looking at here. Okay, so something drastic has to happen for that to happen. I have trades open right now on XRP, Knight, and BNB. We have 2 trades open, Bitunix as well. And I'm going to be scaling into this if this have a retracement, okay? But I'll keep you guys updated. Make sure you guys have your post notifications on, and when I go live, you'll get the notification, and we'll be back with another video tomorrow, and then the live stream. Hopefully, cannot guarantee you the time, but hopefully in the morning tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys very soon.